Good morning, everybody. This is your boy, Ezekiel Crunchy Frog, here out of the old Amish farm. And today we're going to be putting the finishing touches on this barn and doing all kinds of fun stuff. You can see I got the horses all moved in. Let's take you for a little bit of a tour here. All these horses, they got stalls that they can go into if they want to. Some of them go into their stalls and they like it. They're not narrow, crowded stalls. They feel like they want their privacy, though. But they're free to roam. You know, they're free to go out here and do whatever the heck they want to do. And here's the newest member of my dog family. This old pooch here. I found him in a savanna out yonder. I went in search of iron because I needed a lot more iron than I had. And I can't go mining. So I went in search of these snowy peaks that I visited earlier on my explorations. Here we have a chest here. A chest that will soon hold eggs from chickens. But yeah, the snowy peaks that I visited earlier that are out in that direction when I found some iron. And I went a little bit further. And there were stony peaks further on. One of these days I'll take you out there. I found the most majestic mountain range I've ever seen in Minecraft. It is truly a sight to behold. And in some future episode I will take you out there. It was pretty amazing. Anyway, here's the chicken coop. But before we populate it with chickens, here's the sheep. I always make the sheep pen and the sheep field very large because they eat grass to replenish their wool. And so you need a large area of land for them to graze. Cows, on the other hand, don't need as much room. So I put the cows over here. And on this side, I put the pig pen. And look at what they've done with the place. It's already all sloppy and full of pig stuff. It just looks like a real stinky, sloppy pig pen, doesn't it? These little rascals, they take no time to muddy the place up anyway. Yeah, I actually planted a giant spruce tree over here to get the podzol, and then I worked it from there to make it look a little bit piggy. And over here, I went ahead and started digging my little farm road out in that direction. That way I'd know where to put the crops. And I didn't have enough crops to completely plant up this field here. This is my potato and carrot patch. But we'll go over here and take a look at it. I got it mostly planted. Next, I'm going to be planting a huge watermelon and pumpkin farm over here. Because I now have watermelon seeds because I went through a jungle on my way to the Stony Peaks over there. It was quite productive. Sometimes an Amish man does a little exploring. It wasn't that far though. It wasn't 1,000 blocks, so sometimes an Amish man will hitch up the old horse and buggy and go to the market. Sometimes. Here I have the little chicken hutches. And I'm not sure if I should actually do this because if they lay eggs in there, the eggs won't fall down into the hoppers. Maybe just a sort of a decoration, right? We'll put a couple chickens up in there as sort of a decoration. They won't be the most productive chickens, but it'll give the illusion of there being like a little chicken hutch up there. Come on, give me another chicken. I figured I'd save this part for on camera because everybody likes watching chickens hatch, right? Okay, we got 2 more over there. Very good, and you can see them roaming around in there. Okay, the rest of these we can do pretty quickly. This is why I've been saving the eggs. So I can populate the chicken hutch. And underneath all these moss carpets that I harvested off of my mangrove wood trees are a bunch of hoppers running into that chest inside. Any eggs that hatch will be going through these hoppers and into the chest. I have a butcher over at the flea market who will buy chicken meat from me, so It's a profitable business. The point is, on a farm like this, a good working farm, I'm going to have just tons of chores to keep me busy every single day, and all of them will be profitable. You know? My crops I can sell to the farmers. The clay I can sell to the stonemason. The chickens and sheep and whatever else I can sell to the butcher. Also the sweet berries. The sweet berries will go to the butcher for the most part. But it's all part of a working farm. And once I plant all my crops, I can go work in the quarry and wait for my crops to grow up. Yeah, I was over in the savannah when I came across those beautiful savannah dogs. And all I had to do was stay up late at night a couple times. And get... we got one that's on the loose. Oh well. And all I had to do was stay up at night a couple of nights. And then sleep and then wait for the skeletons to burn. And then I went and collected their bones. And tamed me a new dog. Okay, the eggs are over here. Plenty of eggs, ladies and gentlemen. We got more eggs than a guy can shake a stick at. Like that? You like that saying? That's an Amish saying. That's something an Amish man would say. Ah, yes, this reminds me of the time that I flooded my sister and my niece's little house and build area with chickens. Only when I did that, I did it slightly differently. Let me show you something here. This is what I did when I pranked my sister and my niece. So what we'll do, we take all of our eggs, except for the eggs in the hot bar, and we toss them on the ground over here. Don't worry, it takes 5 minutes for them to despawn. As long as you're not a total slowpoke, this should work. You just toss all your eggs onto the ground in a big pile. Except for the ones in your hotbar. You leave those. Then you take your dirt block and you fill up all the rest of your slots like this. And you go stand in the middle of the eggs, and then you just start firing. And the pile of eggs you're standing in is going to constantly replenish the eggs in your hotbar, because they have nowhere else to go. This is going to be quite the little chicken factory over here. And these are my egg-laying chickens. These chickens will never come to any harm. What's going to happen is the eggs that I get out of the chest underneath them, those eggs are going to go to a separate place. It's going to be the bad place for the chickens, because that's where they're going to grow up and get slaughtered. But these are my egg layers over here. I wish you could sell the eggs at market, you know? Wouldn't that be awesome? If there's some villager that bought your eggs for emeralds, I think that'd be cool. Anyway, I think that's enough chickens for now. We don't want to create a whole bunch of lag. But anyway, you've already seen the old clay factory. I'm going to have to go over there and harvest some clay later. But yeah, I took my new Fortune 3 pickaxe out to the savannah on the Stony Peaks, and I got me a lot of iron. I got all the iron I'm going to need for a while. But I knew I needed a lot of iron to make all those hoppers. In fact, I needed almost 2 stacks of iron to make all the hoppers. Here's the quarry. I've been doing a little bit of work here on the quarry. What do you think? We're making some progress. We're down getting stone. I've been getting diorite. It's all been very nice. I guess I must have taken my dog back up last night. I have no idea what I did. You come down here and you start digging and you're just in the zone. But yeah, I'll come down here and I'll dig up blocks while I'm waiting for my crops to grow up. It just gives you one more thing that you can do out on the old Amish farm. It's one of the ways I love playing Minecraft. You always have something to do. I need to harvest these and possibly make a sugarcane farm of some sort. I'm still deciding what kind of sugarcane farm I want to make. But yeah, I need to plant a wheat field. I need to plant a pumpkin and melon field. So I got a lot of planting and farm making to do today. I'm going to be laying things out over here. We're going to have a pumpkin and melon farm over here. And I think over here on the left-hand side, right after the beacon, or amidst the beacon, we're going to have a big wheat field or something. And I'm basically going to be planting fields all along here. And I will alter my road to accommodate the fields that I make as I come out through here planting crops. And I sort of want to end up veering this road around over here until it hooks up with my bridge that goes to market. So those are the immediate plans for now. I think I'm going to eat something very loudly there, and then I'm going to go to make a trip to the flea market and get some more emeralds because I'm basically out. What I've been doing is I've been getting emeralds and spending them right away on diamond tools and then combining the diamond tools. And right now I'm working on getting a really good axe because I want to be able to harvest my pumpkins and melons. But what I need is a silk touch axe. So I'm thinking maybe I need to build a lectern and maybe train a villager to be a silk touch guy. I'll go over there and convince a villager that he needs to learn the art of making silk touch books, because that's going to really help me a lot in the watermelon farming. You don't want to get all those watermelon wedges filling your inventory, then having to go craft them into watermelons, because you take a loss when you do that. But isn't it nice seeing all the horses in the barn? It's a beautiful thing. I'm really happy with that. I might do something different with the grass out here, but I was kind of thinking of just maybe leaving it there, and once I have a lot of wheat harvested, I'm going to make hay bales and put some hay bales around here for decorations. You can't put hay bales next to the fences because the horses will climb up and then get out. And even though the horses are fully capable of jumping all over these fences, they never do. Yeah, they're nice horses. They like it here. And another goal that I want to have is once I have the crops grown up and I have a bunch of farmers over there who are highly leveled farmers, they'll sell me golden carrots. And with golden carrots, we can start breeding these guys and making the much coveted mules from the donkey and the horsey breeding. And on cue, the donkey voices his opinion. And over here, we have a couple sprigs of bamboo that I rescued from that jungle, so that's pretty awesome. We might be able to do something with that. I'm not sure what, but it's another kind of wood, right? Never hurts to have another kind of wood. Yes, and now that I have enough iron, I'm going to be making a lot more lanterns. I've been a little bit sparing on the lanterns because I was very limited with my iron, but now I can go hog wild. I got like 7 stacks of iron. It's great. Maybe in a future episode, I'll show you where the Stony Peaks is, because it's a snowy peaks connected with stony peaks, and I've never seen anything like it. I mean, there's all across the horizon are these huge, huge mountains that go past the clouds. It is just spectacular. Now let me know in the comments if you want the seed for this, because this is definitely a seed that's worth playing. This is a great seed. Just sort of stumbled across it on accident. Another Amish day has drawn to a close, and I'm glad you came along so I could show you around, and I'll see you guys later.
Even if you're English,